The WNBA offseason isn't just about player movement. It's about strategy, negotiation, and the fine print that shapes the future of the league. While stars make headlines and fans debate super teams, there's a bigger story unfolding behind the scenes: the money, the contracts, and the rules that govern them. Right now, players in the league are gearing up for the next big shift: the current collective bargaining agreement, the rule book for how teams spend and how players will get paid. And what comes next could redefine the game for years to come. Welcome to the 9 podcast, where women's hoops gets the spotlight, the breakdown, and the respect it deserves. Today, we break down the bag and the business behind it. All right, before we dive into the contract and numbers, let's zoom out. The collective bargaining agreement is the rule book that governs how the WNBA operates, not just on the court, but behind the scenes. It's a deal between the league and the players' union that covers everything, from salaries and benefits to free agency rules, travel, maternity leave, marketing opportunities, all the behind-the-scenes stuff that keeps the league running. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The current CBA, the same one shaping everything in the league right now, was signed back in 2020. But in late 2023, the players made their move and officially opted out. That means the current agreement is set to expire at the end of October. And right now, the league and the players' union are already at the table negotiating what comes next. So what does that mean? Right now, it means everything is in flux. Players, agents, and teams are making moves now with the future in mind. Take players like Bonner, Brittany Griner, and Breanna Stewart. All of them chose to sign one-year deals heading into 2025. If you're wondering why stars like that wouldn't lock in long-term money, don't worry. By the end of this episode, you'll have a clear understanding of why that decision makes perfect sense. So now that we know what the CBA is and why it's such a big deal heading into 2025, let's break down the part of it that affects every single team decision: the salary cap. Think of it as the league's financial engine. And here's how it works. The salary cap is the maximum amount a WNBA team can spend on player salaries. Think of it like a team's total payroll, a budget they can't go over. For the 2025 season, the salary cap is set at roughly $1.5 million per team. So when a team is building a roster, they divide that money across all of their players, usually 11 or 12. Now, teams can't go too cheap either. The minimum salary for a WNBA team in 2025 is roughly $1.2 million. Teams are required to spend at least this much on player salaries. If a team finishes below that line, they actually split the difference between the players. All of that creates pressure, not just to find talent, but to manage money wisely. That's why you see some vets get cut in favor of cheaper rookies. It's not always about who's better. Sometimes it's just about who fits the budget. All right, so we've got the team budget set, but how does that money actually get distributed to the players? Let's zoom in and talk about individual salaries. What WNBA players really make, from the rookies to the vets to the biggest stars in the league. Let's talk dollars. Here's how the salaries shake out in the W, starting from the bottom. If you're a younger player with 2 years or less in the league, the minimum you can make is $66,079. If you've been around for 3 or more years, your minimum jumps up to $78,831. That's the baseline. No one on a standard contract makes less than that. Now, let's take a look at the top of the scale, the maximum salaries. The regular max comes in at $214,466. And if you qualify for a super max, meaning you're staying with your current team or extending a rookie deal, that number then climbs to $249,244. So that's your pay range in the WNBA for 2025, from $66,000 on the low end to just under $250,000 on the high end. Now, the Supermax is a special bonus the league created to help teams hold on to their stars. Only a player's current team can offer it, or it can be used when a rookie signs an extension. It's designed to reward loyalty and longevity, but it also makes it a little harder for players to switch teams. So let's say a star player like Skylar Diggins hits free agency. Her current team can offer the Supermax, and a new team can only offer the regular max. She's got a choice to make: stay and make more, or leave and chase a better fit. It's never just about money, but money talks. So far, we've covered the foundation, what the CBA is, how the salary cap works, and what WNBA players actually make. From minimums to supermaxes, every dollar tells a bigger story about how the league is structured and where it might be headed. But we're just getting started. In part 2, we'll dig into rookie contracts, marketing money, prioritization, and how expansion teams could shift the entire landscape. Thanks for tuning into the 9 podcast. If you enjoyed this breakdown, share it with someone who loves women's hoops, and drop a comment below. Is the WNBA's pay structure helping the league grow or holding it back? Until next time, I'm Dean, and this is the 9.